Picture this. A black billionaire steps out of a sleek black car in front of one of the most luxurious hotels in America. His suit is flawless, his posture confident, his reservation already confirmed. He walks toward the golden glass doors, ready to check in, but before he can enter, a white hotel staff member steps directly in his path. Hand raised, face twisted with suspicion. Deliveries around the back. The staffer says coldly, "Guests only through here." The billionaire blinks. "I am a guest. Here's my reservation." But the staffer smirks. "Sir, yo, don't belong here. I'll have to ask you to leave." What neither the staffer nor the watching crowd realized was this. The man they were humiliating wasn't just a guest. He was one of the owners of that very hotel. If you believe dignity should never depend on skin color, comment respect right now and share this story so more people wake up to reality. Meet Marcus Ellison, one of the wealthiest black businessmen in America. Born and raised in Atlanta, he built his fortune from scratch, first in tech, then in real estate, and eventually in luxury hospitality. By his mid-40s, Marcus owned properties that most people only dreamed of visiting. But Marcus never wore his wealth like armor. No flashy jewelry, no entourage. He believed his presence, his ideas, and his integrity spoke louder than any label. To him, luxury was comfort, not show. On this evening, Marcus arrived at one of his own hotels, unannounced. He wanted to experience it the way an ordinary guest would. To him, true leadership meant understanding what guests felt when they walked through those glass doors. He expected warmth, expected service. What he didn't expect was to be denied entry into the very hotel his decree. If you're using like a scanner as a scanner app, and if you're using like a scanner app, and it's like you're gonna die. Like, look at this. Look at this. And we all know, I've been exploring. I've got millions had built. Because racism doesn't check bank accounts before it speaks. As Marcus approached the entrance, the lobby gleamed like a palace. Marble floors, chandeliers, sparkling overhead, staff in pressed uniforms. But beauty can hide ugliness. The white staff member stationed at the front glanced up, his eyes narrowing the instant they landed on Marcus. Instead of a welcoming smile, his lips tightened. "Excuse me, sir," he said curtly, stepping forward. "Deliveries go around the side entrance." Marcus stopped, confused. "I'm not delivering anything. I'm checking in. Here's my reservation." He held out his phone. The staffer didn't even look at it. "I'll have to ask you to move. Along guests only through this entrance." His tone carried that sharp edge Marcus had heard too many times before. Nearby, guests began to watch. A couple paused mid-conversation. A bellhop looked down uncomfortably, but no one spoke. Silence weighed heavier than words. Marcus's chest tightened. He had faced prejudice before, in boardrooms, on golf courses, even walking through his own neighborhood. But here in a hotel he partly owned, the sting was different. He took a deep breath. "Sir, I assure you, I belong here." But the staffer folded his arms. "No, you don't." The humiliation echoed louder than the lobby music. Marcus could have raised his voice. He could have declared who he was. But he didn't. Because sometimes silence sets the stage for truth to crash down harder than any argument, and within minutes, truth would roar through those marble walls. The general manager, alerted by whispers, hurried across the lobby, clipboard in hand, eyes scanning. He spotted Marcus still standing at the door, blocked. "Mr. Ellison," the manager exclaimed, rushing forward. His voice carried shock and urgency. "We weren't expecting you tonight." The staffer blinked. "Wait, you know him?" The manager's tone sharpened. "Know him. This man is one of our majority shareholders. Without his investments, this hotel wouldn't even exist." Gasps spread across the lobby. The staffer's face drained of color, his authority crumbling in an instant. Marcus finally stepped forward, calm but unshakable. He didn't need to shout, He simply said respect should never depend on ownership papers or a skin tone. Every guest who walks through these doors deserves dignity. The silence that followed was deafening. Everyone had just witnessed the mask of prejudice fall and the power of truth replace it. Marcus checked into his suite that night, not with anger, but with reflection. The chandeliers still sparkled. The service resumed, but the door lingered heavier than gold. For him, the issue wasn't that he was mistaken for someone lesser. It was that countless others without wealth, without ownership, faced the same dismissal every day. With no manager rushing to their defense, the staffer apologized. But apologies didn't erase the truth. Prejudice had spoken first. Respect had followed only after power revealed itself. Marcus's story spread beyond that hotel. It sparked debates about privilege, bias, and the dangerous assumptions still alive in modern America. Because the real question remains, why must a man own the building before being allowed to walk through its doors with dignity? If you believe justice should always speak louder than prejudice, hit subscribe to Justice Tales and share this story today.